When Hyundai dropped the Santa Cruz, it wasn't a stretch to imagine Kia had something cooking too. We were all in for a pickup from Korea's other powerhouse, but instead of bringing it straight to the main stage in the United States, Kia played it slow with the Tasman. Launched overseas first. No US trim, no official teaser, nothing. Strange move. Kinda, but there's some logic behind it. Kia's not stupid. They've seen what sells here, and they know this is a cutthroat market where even the legends fight for every inch. So maybe they were just buying time, tweaking the formula, and watching how the midsize scene evolved with all the fresh metal rolling in. Now fast forward to 2026, and the Tasman is finally packing its bags for the American showdown. The question is, can Kia really pull this off? Let's see what we're getting, and what it'll take for the 2026 Tasman to earn its place in the pickup big league. At first glance, the Kia Tasman doesn't scream weird overseas truck. It's got that squared-off stance and planted posture that just looks right on American roads. The company clearly studied the language of US pickups and chose to speak it fluently. Up front, the Tasman goes full tough guy with a high hood line, chunky grille, and clean LED signature lighting that's modern but not flashy. No overstyled, spaceship vibes here. Just a solid, confident face that truck buyers can take seriously. From the side, it's got classic midsize proportions, short overhangs, strong shoulder lines, beefy fenders that suggest off-road capability. In the back, the bed's integrated cleanly, and Kia's been smart about not over-designing it. Overall, the look says utility first, style second. That's the vibe truck people appreciate. And that's what might actually help it stand out from the Santa Cruz, which always leaned more toward crossover with a bed. Globally, the Kia Tasman rolls out with a set of diesel engines, mainly 2.2-liter four-cylinder unit. It's solid for Australia and other markets where oil burners are still dominating. But in the US, that's a no-go. Emissions regulations would bury that setup before it got past customs, so American truckers aren't exactly lining up for diesels anymore. So Kia's got to pivot, and fast. The smart money says they'll lean into their existing US powertrain library. The 2.5-liter Turbo 4 would be the most likely starter. It's already EPA certified. It puts down around 281 horsepower and 311 pound-feet of torque, and it's paired with an 8-speed dual-clutch auto that's been decent, not perfect, but totally usable in a midsize truck realm. Stick that into a base Tasman with optional all-wheel drive, and you've got something that competes directly with the likes of the Tacoma and Ranger's Turbo 4s. But let's dream a little bigger. Kia's 3.8-liter naturally aspirated V6 from the Telluride is smooth, has enough guts, 291 ponies, and most importantly, Americans still trust a V6 badge in a pickup truck. It might not be the turquoise setup, but for everyday hauling, towing, and weekend work, it's the kind of powertrain that feels familiar and durable. Why didn't Kia just bring the Tasman to the US from day one? It's not like Americans are shy about buying trucks. The midsize segment is pretty crowded, and the Hyundai Santa Cruz already proved there's at least some appetite for something different. But Kia pumped the brakes, and that could be a smart move after all. First off, timing. The midsize pickup market here has been going through a shake-up. New Tacoma, new Ranger, refreshed Gladiator, GM rolling out Colorado, and Canyon redesigns. That's a lot of noise to compete with, especially for a rookie. Kia likely didn't want to toss the Tasman into the chaos only to get drowned out by nameplates with decades of brand loyalty. Then there's the platform. The global Tasman was built around what works in markets like Australia and South Africa, places where diesels dominate and regulations are different. To crack the US, Kia needed time to rework everything: crash testing, emissions, powertrains, tuning, tech stack, and even logistics. This isn't just about building the truck, it's about building the right version for the American buyer. And one more angle: reputation. Kia has earned a lot of street cred in the SUV world lately. But trucks? That's new turf. They probably wanted to make 100% sure that when they showed up, they didn't come off as tourists. Now that the groundwork is laid and they've seen how buyers react to modern powertrains and rugged styling, they're finally ready to make their move. So here's the scoop. The 2026 Kia Tasman is expected to break cover officially later this year. No exact date locked in yet, but all signs point to a late fall debut, possibly at one of the big auto shows or maybe even its own spotlight event. As for pricing, that's where Kia might actually pull off a win right out of the gate. Mid-size trucks aren't affordable anymore. Most of the new stuff starts well past $30,000. Kia's sweet spot has always been value, so expect the Tasman to come in right around that range. If they landed there with a solid Turbo 4 basic 4x2 setup and enough modern tech, they could grab attention fast. It's still early, but the pieces are lining up. The price point, the timing, and the buzz, it's all there. Now we're just waiting for Kia to roll out the red carpet and show us what this rookie can really do.